what do you think could have caused these ocean anoxic events, right? How is global warming and sea level rise tied to extinction of forams and a lack of oxygen in the ocean? Okay. There's three main reasons for this, three main causes. The first is that warm climate encouraged a lot of plants to grow on land, right? Plants love warm climates. And as plants were growing on land, they died, their nutrients ran out into the ocean, creating a very nutrient-rich ocean. When you have a nutrient-rich ocean, this can actually cause plankton blooms and algae blooms that take that oxygen out of the seawater. We still see this today often because of the nutrients associated with farming on land. Those nutrients flow into the ocean. They are quickly taken up by plankton and algae, which, as they grow, takes oxygen out of the seawater, causing what we call harmful algal blooms, right? Because they take so much oxygen out of that seawater. They're also often toxic. Okay? So global warming, not only is that oxygen being taken up by those plankton blooms, global warming, just warmer temperature in general, also decreases the amount of oxygen that water can hold within it. So as water warms up, its molecules spread apart and they vibrate faster. And because of that, that oxygen gas is able to escape out of those quickly vibrating far apart molecules. So less oxygen is able to be held in the water. Finally, the third reason is because as the water was warming up, we think that slowed down ocean circulation. The ocean actually circulates, right? You can think of it as a giant treadmill that goes around all of the ocean basins. And it's caused because the surface water in the North Atlantic is dense and sinks down to the bottom, starting that conveyor belt. But when the ocean water is warm and that water has a fairly low density, it's hard to make that water sink. So that conveyor belt slows down. And that means that oxygen from the atmosphere isn't mixed into the ocean water and being brought down to depths within the ocean. So the ocean is lacking that introduction of oxygen from a slow conveyor belt, from a slowed down ocean circulation. Now, you might think this sounds familiar, especially if you know much about modern day climate change, or if you can remember back to the end Permian mass extinction, and this also happened during the end Permian mass extinction. Okay. So we are actually going to look at this during our homework this week. This is a paper that was written about the end Permian mass extinction. And even though it focuses on the end Permian mass extinction, the processes that are discussed can happen during any time of global warming. So we're going to look at it as related to the Mesozoic and also know that it can also happen today.